a lot of women understand men did not just wake up one day and start acting the way they do towards women. Listen, y'all are beginning to piss me off. Y'all want them to provide, protect, pay all the bills, and be the nurturer.
Provider, protector, leader. Here are my problems. Y'all want the title so bad, but not the responsibility. And all she do is presenting you problems, hoping your balls is big enough to come up with a solution.
It's just a circle of web of nonsense. If you want to protect yourself as a man, stay away from women who practice those things.
They hate men so much. They will literally bully you out of your relationship.
The problem, though, is too many men give up before they figure us out.
Women, we are the problem.
It took me a while to learn this. A lot of women are literally the problem. You see, my whole thing is that I don't think a lot of women understand men did not just wake up one day and start acting the way they do towards women. The reason why men act the way they do is because of the standard we have set. So the same way we have set the standard, we also have the power to restore the standard. How do you restore it? By being, by becoming, not by telling him what he need to do and how he need to become better. I know what some of you ladies are going to say, well, you know, men got to do the work too. It's a two-way street. That is an indication of lack of accountability. It's not in a man's nature to be the nurturer and to be the example of what healing energy looks like. It's yours. Listen, y'all are beginning to piss me off. Y'all want them to provide, protect, pay all the bills, and be the nurturer and the healer? Y'all want them to do all of that? Do y'all not realize like how large of a responsibility that is?
Talking to my nephew today, and he said something that was so profound. So he said, women naturally bring problems and challenges. He said, it's just something about y'all just can't help it. It's not necessarily that you are causing the problems and the challenges, but God made you to be the type of creature on this earth, the type of human that has the ability and the skill to be able to present the problems and the challenges. Y'all know how to make us aware of them and call them out. It's so many men out here who are running from the burden of being able to present those challenges that they fail to see the badge of honor in it. He says, my manhood is defined by how well I am able to find solutions to the challenges that you bring to me. How well am I able to show up and create and problem solve without being stressed, overwhelmed, bitter, without being resentful, and without blaming you for being the person that is bringing this challenge into my awareness. I had to really look at it and see that that was a blessing for me to find solutions or delegate people or things in order to create the solution. He said, every time I do that, that makes me feel more like a leader. It makes me feel more like a man. It makes me feel more responsible for the very things that I said that I was going to be responsible for. He said, I don't understand why men are so upset about that or why they feel so burdened and weighed down by it. He said, every time I'm able to find a solution, it's another stripe on my chest and I feel more and more like a man. Provider, protector, leader. Here are my problems. Y'all want the title so bad, but not the responsibility.
Who hurt you?
All she do is nag. All she do is complain. All she do is presenting you problems, hoping your balls is big enough to come up with a solution.
Huh?
The thing is, y'all don't want to be problem solvers. Y'all don't want to be providers. Protector, I'm afraid of this. Provider, I need this. Leader, what are we going to do about this? But that's a nag, right? I mean, you want submission, so why are you so mad when I submit to you my problems? Like I'm supposed to bow to you, but not bring you the things that are bothering me?
You can't make this up.
As always, what are your thoughts? Like, share, follow for more. And if you're watching from YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But until next time, stay dangerous.
And she finished it with stay dangerous. She's not the problem. She just sees it. Everything she listed sounded like a problem. Why do you think men say in their show, I've been single, so I've been saving a lot of money? Right? Now, the way she explained it, this is what keeps happening. She just gave a bunch of good for nothings, made them full of hope. Do you know how dangerous that is? Because they're dead wrong. And this is the problem. The first video that was made, that lady, she's talking about things like this. There's so many reasons why they're the problem. And you know it's a problem because other women can see it too. It's getting real dangerous. Yeah, and like she said, stay dangerous. Wow.
Women, I said this before and I'll say it again. Sometimes we are the problem.
Real talk.
I know it's hard to admit. I know that self-reflection for women sometimes can be challenging. I know. But sometimes we are 100% the reason why that man backed off. We are 100% the reason why he ran the other way. Sometimes we are 100% the reason why he shut down. Sometimes we are the 100% the reason why he won't communicate with you. Sometimes we are 100% the reason why they don't want to be bothered with us. And I know that's hard to admit, but sometimes we talk too much. Sometimes we really don't want to be quiet. Sometimes our responses are brash and they're brutal. Even though they may be honest, we have to find a different way to deliver it. Sometimes we yell too much. Sometimes you're too argumentative. Sometimes you're too dramatic. Sometimes you cry too much. Like, it's a whole lot. Like, okay, if you cry too much, then that's just your personality, but cool. That's cool. But sometimes women, sometimes we just don't listen when they tell us what we need, what they need, and we continue to provide what we think they need. Or sometimes we don't ask them what they need. Hey, how can I be a better me for you? How can I improve myself for our relationship? Like, those are vital conversations that I think we should have. And those will actually help us to get along better. It'll help you stop trying to interpret a need if you just give him an opportunity to speak it. And it'll help him be more free to speak because he knows that you care and you're concerned enough to ask him, how can I be better for you? Y'all have a great day.
You guys have seen, I think his name's Caleb. He does like the financial, like the people come in, they sit down, they break out the books, they give him all the debt, and he tells them like, this is how you should probably try to get out of debt. I've watched a lot of his TikTok videos, and I have noticed majority of the time it is the wife spending above the means. And I always think to myself, why don't the husband just put his foot down and say, we're not doing this. I'm taking away credit cards. I'm taking away debit cards or whatever. But then I had a thought. If the man did that, then you would have a bunch of women going in at the man saying that he's controlling or she should have her own money. You see how feminism works. And I will forever say that was the worst thing that has ever happened to women, like legit. But it's the fact that I seen this one couple that they're in debt. Like, my goodness, like I would be like bricks if I was in that much debt. But she still gets Disney passes. And Caleb's like, you can't afford this. And they're just both sitting there just laughing. And I'm just like, how can you guys both be laughing when you are in that much debt? And then the husband's like, I've tried to tell her. I don't know. I need for men to be men. I need for men to be like, you're not doing this. I'm taking this, and that's that. But I don't think that would ever happen because we have a bunch of women out here that are, if a man even remotely says, well, you're not going to do that, then, oh, he's controlling. You need to leave him, sis. So what can you do? I don't know.
Now, this lady hit on something when she said we need real men back. And it's true. How can real men come back when feminism is in play? Look, a man has to take the role. Patriarchy's bad. Patriarchy. It's good. Men are not dealing with women anymore. Patriarchy. You see it all the time. And TikTok. You see it down in comments. Oh, it's good. These things are happening. Men are not talking to women. That's good. Because the patriarchy. Look, it's never going to get better. Right? The reason why that family was in debt is because she's doing this. All right? And anyone doing that. It's not good. It's just not. Like, how can you survive that way? No one can survive that way. I'll be honest. When I first came out here to the Philippines, I was excited because it's my first time in another country. But when you're out here and you're just spending money and not budgeting, I was blowing money. Luckily me, I had someone that was actually the opposite of you modern woman, right? I already understood that I had to be responsible because before I left, I would help my parents out sometimes. Like, it was wild, but I had to do with them. But when she broke it down and she explained Caleb Hammer, I know who that guy is. This chubby white guy who talks to ladies all the time about being in debt. And they give him some sad, sour sap excuse. And every time he says, how are you living like this? He always, they give him love. You know why they give him love? Because he has that high-pitched voice. But the man is bringing down the hammer. He's another version of Kevin Samuels in a different kind of way. Some guys get the I gotta show them. Watch this video.
Talking about how you're living your life. Who would date this on paper? Just the paper.
I could find someone that doesn't know about it.
When was the last time you had a boyfriend?
I've only ever had one boyfriend.
Exactly. So
that was pure
incorrect.
Choice.
Huh?
Like I said, out of choice because I'm picky.
Exactly, which means this is not working. Your standards are not working. Your life is not working.
Well,
None of this is working.
They don't know my finances,
which is even worse because if someone actually who met your standard and was actually into you somehow slipped through
I would tell.
I
would tell him.
Quiet. Let me get my thoughts through. You. If someone just was over your standards and you were just under theirs and they slipped through that small crack and they didn't know, then they saw this, they would run. So even if someone actually accidentally slipped through, they wouldn't stay.
20,000 is not that bad of debt.
It's how you are doing it and not making any progress except for the last week before going on.
I've seen people with way worse habits and way worse debt.
They have something that makes up for it. They have a career, they have a house, they're societally objectively attractive, they're,
I think I'm attractive. I mean, is it because the eyes?
Some people find me attractive. I wouldn't say I'm societally objectively attractive. Come on. Some people are going to find you attractive. Do you fit that societal mode? No.
Emotional damage.
Neither of us do. That's okay. We can accept it. We can accept reality without being offended and being sad. You're incorrect. I'm sorry. This is just societal, right? It's just like there's objective, like we don't belong on Love Island.
It's going to be longer, but hear me out. Listen to the whole thing. Listen to the whole thing, put a peace sign down and then leave your comments about it.
So the other day I was walking to my car with my kids and
now America, I didn't say it, you women cannot come into a man's life and just expect him to just give you.
Now, what I was saying, guys, when I mentioned the patriarchy, like this lady did a video about guys not talking to ladies, and look what she said. Why aren't you happy about this? The patriarchy is dying. Feminism is winning. This is the problem.
America, this is going to be longer, but hear me out. Listen to the whole thing. Listen to the whole thing, put a peace sign down and then leave your comments about it.
So the other day I was walking to my car with my kids and
now America, I didn't say it, you women cannot come into a man's life and just expect him to just give you money and do nothing for it. All y'all want to beg for money. Let this play out.
This guy pulls up on me and asks for my phone number. Disclaimer, I'll be giving my phone number out because I don't want to be physically harmed or unalived because of the rejection.
Ain't nobody just gonna just unalive you just because you ain't give them their phone number. Like, I'll be going to the extreme with it.
He texted me and was like, it was a pleasure meeting you. I said likewise.
So let's be clear. You showed interest, right? Alright, let's continue.
I'm 51 and I have 2 adult children and a 6-year-old. I said, okay, and I told him how old I am.
Mind you, she's continuing this conversation. We're not going to leave that out.
Work. He said, I own a gym and I used to be a paralegal. I said, oh, okay. FYI, if you want to know, my hand is always out, so I hope you spend it.
Why in would you say that to that man after you heard what his job was? Y'all can't keep begging for money on this app. Just expect somebody to just give it to you without you having to do something for it. It is earned. It's not given. You gotta do something for it.
I'm a pleaser for my person. Mentally, physically, sexually, and financially. Would you like to be my person? I said, I don't know you, so no, I don't want to be your person.
You don't know him. You can just ask that man for his money. But you can't give nothing up for it. What the is wrong with y'all?
He said, that's why you're getting to know me. I said, says who?
Says the person continuing the conversation. Having it back and forth with him. That means you're getting to know him.
I want money and you want sex, love, or whatever you call it. We have two different desires, my love. I'm not the woman for you. With the peace out. He said, it was a pleasure meeting you. I wish you nothing but the best. 51-year-old man, by the way.
And now you want to paint him out to be something that he's not. You are the prostitute.
It's wild because if that was another lady, she would have got the money and he would have got some. You guys already know that's happening. There are ladies that have been in relationships with some of you guys who would have took that offer. Probably 90%. These guys are winning. Like, she's making a video. They always do that. She's making a video to shame. But somebody...
I want to talk to the men who say, well, women leave marriages 70% of the time. They're the ones who are filing for divorce. It's all women's problems. I want to talk to the men who are sitting here and saying, well, I'm single and I'm at peace and I don't want a woman. I want to talk to the men who say that women leave good marriages to find greener grass. Do I have y'all here? Are y'all sitting in front of me? Women don't leave good marriages. You might be, in your mind, a good man. You might have tried to give her the things that you thought she wanted. You might have tried to be your best. You might have been the one who did dishes every once in a while, took the kids to school when she asked you to, asked her to communicate more with you. You might have thought that you were a good guy. And if you have not sat back and asked yourself, why did she leave? You're not that good guy. Because see, good guys support their partner. If you were a good man, you and your partner would have sat down and had a conversation and said, hey, I'm not seeing this in our relationship. I'm not getting the support. I'm not doing this. I feel like we're not communicating. You would have had a communicative conversation. Even if that conversation ended with, this is probably not best for either of us anymore. I think it's time that we separate. If you didn't have that conversation, there's something you can learn from your past relationship. Because women don't leave good marriages. Women don't leave to find greener grass. Women don't put their families through absolute hell through a divorce just because she wants your $30K a year salary. Those are excuses that you make so that you don't have to look yourself in the mirror every day and tell yourself that something didn't work and you were part of the reason why. And all these men in my comment section are going to get mad and they're going to say, well, what about women? What about women? What about women? If you say that, you're the problem. And I mean that in so many other words, because you failed to look at what you brought into that relationship as to why it failed. You still need to hold yourself accountable. You still need to look at yourself and ask yourself why you think that isolating and avoiding is peace. Why are you still in women's comments section trying to validate yourself or get validation from her? Why are you sitting there saying, but I'm at peace? No, you're not. You're not at peace. You're still wanting a woman to bring you peace.
You assume too much.
Why did you just assume that? Like, they make up things in their head. Like, how do you know the same guys that are not dealing are also reaching out to women? Like, yo, the things they do, man, it's crazy. Where do you get that from? Like, do you know the guy that did this? Did you see that man do that? Like, seriously, because when I say things, I show the video usually. You ladies understand that, right? Like, what you're doing right now, you're not showing any proof. They don't realize the difference, right? Men or on YouTube showing what you ladies are doing and saying. You're just saying something off your head with no proof. You do understand men know this, right? You do understand women also know this, right? Man, and they don't see how they're the problem. This is how. Let me let her finish. I have to let her finish, right?
And you say that all the time in the comments section. I want a woman who brings peace. You're not even at peace with yourself. How is she supposed to bring you peace? She's not. Because you're going to bring that chaos and then she's going to reflect that back to you. Men are the ones who lead relationships. If your relationship is falling apart or if it's fell apart in the past, it's because of you. And that sucks. And that's a really hard truth to have to accept. But it means if you're there and you're asking yourself that question, you are at the start of figuring out how to become a better person. And until more men realize that they need to become better humans just in general, and it's not solely about partnerships, it's about your relationships socially, it's about relationships at work and with family. If you're unwilling to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what can I do to be better? You're part of the problem and you're never going to be part of the solution.
And protect your safety as a man, you have to stay away from females who have like a roster of guys that are helping her. Reason being, when she has too many men helping her, she gonna get mad at you, go to the next man to help her, because he waiting for her to come back anyway. You know, he wish he would have took, you know, his offer. So he's on standby because she's upset with him right now. So she's angry with him right now and upset with what he's doing, and she wants out of that for the moment because she's mad. This is what she does with all her relationships. When she's mad at people and really angry, she doesn't fix the issue of why she's mad or even try to understand why she's mad. She goes to the next person that not mad at the moment. She comes back nicer. She rekindles those moments with that person so they can get back in good, and she could finish her process of manipulation and stringing along people. That way I'm mad at him. So it's a valid reason why I'm not around him. So I'm going to go talk to the guy I'm not mad at right now. Then she get mad at you and go talk to another dude. It's just a circle of web of nonsense. If you want to protect yourself as a man, stay away from women who practice those things. She doesn't know how to sit still. She's going to get upset again. She's going to leave again. That's just her nature. This has been her pattern since you've met her. What you think's going to change now? Nothing. She does it with relatives, with family members. She gets mad at them, leave. She picks up her other source. Oh, I'm going to just go over here with this person. So she comes back, crawling back, trying to be nice, trying to be cool, inconsistent. You can see the cracks in her armor. You can see the cracks in her mask. You could tell that she's not being genuine. She keeps ties with other men through financial sources, through emotional sources, even through sexual sources. Protect yourself and stay away from women like that. If you're looking for a genuine woman, choose a woman that actually chooses you alone and knows that you are enough as a man. That sits there and goes through the struggle with you so y'all both can succeed. That goes along with the purpose with you.
Take note.
She doesn't outsource to other guys when she doesn't get her way with you. Stay away from women like that. Trust me, they're a headache.
You know, I got to talk about this because every video that I make, I know you guys can tell. It kind of tells why. Like, this is what this channel is about. If you're a smart guy, you realize that. You go, wait a minute. Every video he shows explains why he took the path he's taken. Guys, this is written. It really, everything that happened in my life is written. And understand that. Everything he said, right? I've been through that. You've been through that. That's why you guys are here now, right? You guys have watched the red pill channels tell you to get the bag and blow the bag on different women, trick on different women. This guy, I said in the video, there's tons of guys out there having $400 a day after $400 a day after $400 a day. Why? Because they listen to red pill content and got the bag. You can make it happen, but if you want to live a sanctified, holy life, like a brother like me, like most men wanted to. Like that's what even Kevin Samuels talked about for so long. Get with a regular guy, but no, they didn't do that. So what happens? They search for those other sources. So many have multitudes of men slam dancing with all of them. This is not a hoax. This is not something men make up. This is something they do. And then, like the video I showed yesterday, then the four ladies get mad and the man was just dating them, right? He did the same thing women do. He did the same thing. He was just dating. You can have a roster, but he can't have one. They try to flip it like they're men. It's crazy what happens nowadays. But this is why men say F him and fly. Exactly what it's explaining right now. Exactly what's happening in this video. What happened in the last video before, video 4. F him and fly. It all leads back to the motto.
Hate from other women are women who are in relationships and marriages. I am convinced that women hate men so much to where they will completely demean and pick apart a woman that absolutely loves her. You will be called pick-me's, you will be called stupid, you will be called everything in the world just because a single woman hates men so bad. Let's not even talk about the vile things that they will say about your spouse, right? And please keep in mind, all this is just coming from their own hatred and just simply because they hate men. They hate men so much. They will literally bully you out of your relationship. They will say the worst things possible to make you think that your man doesn't love you. Your man doesn't care about you. You need to go. You know, he's treating you wrong. He's cheating on you. They will say everything in the world, right? Look at the Halle Bailey and DDG situation. When she was with him, y'all completely picked that woman apart. Y'all completely said the worst, vile things about her, all because she was with him. But then the moment the relationship ended, those same women that spoke vile about her are those same women that praised her. Y'all praised her after she left. And y'all do that to a lot of women. I can name a lot of women that on this internet that I have seen, they get bullied because they are with a man. Y'all are disgusting. And it's always the same single bitter women. Always the same women. Y'all literally regurgitate the same exact thing. So anyways, I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole, but I'm going to just say this. Any woman that's in a relationship and absolutely loves her man, loves her husband, whatever the case may be, don't let these bitter women, whether it's in real life or on the internet, bully you from leaving your man. That is your man. That is your relationship. You choose and you do whatever you see fit. Because those same women that's bitter and talking crap about you, 4 or 5 time baby mamas, they got so much stuff to say. I digress. But anyways, single women keep women single, and women will literally bully you because you are happy, healthy, thriving in a relationship, all because they absolutely hate men.
I left off. Fellas, you keep saying I'd rather stay single. Women are too much. I don't need the headache. I get it, but let's be real. That is crap. You don't actually want to die alone with a freaking gaming console and a fridge full of frozen pizza. You don't, because guess what? Biology doesn't lie. Men and women were designed for each other. That is masculine and feminine polarity. That's not just some TikTok buzzword. That is nature. That's why when you're with the right woman, everything in your life sharpens. Your drive, your purpose, your discipline, everything. Now, sure, being single is easy. No drama, no compromise, no responsibility. But easy gets old. The hookups get boring. The soulless sex gets depressing. The silence in your house starts getting loud. And then what? You're 40, 50, 60 years old. Nobody by your side. Nobody in your bed. Nobody to build with. That is not freedom. That's failure. Here's the truth. Men need women.
Guys, I gotta say it again. See, because they still, right? Because some of them don't know. They still put it out there like, you have to come back. You want it. You need us.
Those days are over.
Don't you think these guys are doing something? Some of the guys are getting their finances straight, taking that time to themselves while they're in the States, and flying out. They still don't see it yet. A lot have saw it over the past couple of years. You saw when the Passport Bros got popular. Some saw it, but it kind of died down. But it didn't go nowhere. It didn't go anywhere. Why? Because guys are still around. And now it's happening in quiet. It's not a secret though. But a lot of ladies still don't know. They need to find out. They'll come across us.
Women and women need men. That's a beautiful balance. That's order. That's how we're wired. The problem, though, is too many men give up before they figure us out.
Excuse me?
They throw their hands up like it's too complicated instead of leaning in and cracking the damn code. When you do crack the code, life gets great. You get respect. You get loyalty. You get passion. You get peace in your home.
The nerve.
And fire in your bedroom. That's not a bad deal if you ask me. That's a jackpot. So stop lying to yourself that staying single forever is the move. It's not. Master your woman. Don't run from her, because the man who figures out his woman is the man who truly wins at life.
Wonder you stayed single.
We have to master. You heard what she said? She actually said it out of her mouth. Master modern woman. How? When they don't want to be figured out.
Where this girl was asking her TikTok followers if her boyfriend has a right to be mad because she's about to go to a baseball game with a guy friend that she's known since college, right? And she says it's strictly platonic. Okay. Then the boyfriend's like, yeah, whatever. 2 weeks ago, when I wanted to go to the baseball game, you didn't want to go. Then she proceeds to say, well, I had something I was doing, and I couldn't go at the time. So the time that you do have now, you choose to go to a baseball game with another guy?
Yes, you are the problem.
And you're asking if he has a right to be mad? Women are truly the problem.
It is too much work to deal with a woman. I'd rather stay single. Let me tell you this. You're not wrong that women require work. You are not wrong at all. But that attitude usually comes from men who have been burned by women in the past. Men who gave their heart to the wrong woman and never took the time to understand the right one. No woman is easy to deal with. We are emotional, layered, and deeply intuitive, but we're not hard to figure out.
You can't make this up.
If you're grounded in your masculine energy and willing to put in the effort, it takes patience, presence, and it takes mental resilience. There is nothing wrong with being single. That is your choice, your freedom. Do you. But let's be honest, we are meant to coexist. We are designed to bond, to build, and to create legacies. A woman and a man in their true essence builds empires. You might be in your 20s saying, I'm good being alone, but when you hit your 40s, 50s, 60s, and you've built your success, sure, but nobody to share it with, you're going to feel that emptiness. Men deep down crave emotional safety too. You crave the touch of a woman who adores you, who nurtures you, brings peace, joy, and loyalty, and even children. You cannot deny that. It's a beautiful thing, but it requires you to lead yourself first. You have to be very clear on your standards, what you will tolerate and what you will not, because the right woman will test your patience, not to break you, but to reveal the man that you're capable of becoming. So no, women aren't too much work, so to speak. They're the most valuable work a man can ever do.
What kind of excuse is that? These ladies, you can tell, right? They don't understand their competition is on a world scale. And I say, I know you guys are tired of me saying it. I've said it so much. There's what? 150, maybe 75, 80,000, 80 million ladies, women in the US. And think about all of the ladies outside of the US who were gorgeous, that would love to have a man from the US, right? A man on his purpose You ladies have to understand the guys that you want the guys that'll be patient. They've said no more and have sought out ladies who are agreeable, beautiful, cooperate, will serve you, will do everything you want, will rub your back when you can't get to sleep, will cook your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and edit your videos, and get down with your plan, right? The plan you set will say, okay, what do I do next? And you know what happens when you start to do that, ladies, and get with a man who's low value and work with him? He's going to build and keep building and keep building and keep building and keep building. Then voila, you have a high value man. You have a man that's making the number you dreaming in. I need a man to make 250,000. I'm gonna meet him at the finish line. I'm gonna test his patience. That's what she said. Ah! You gotta work with a man. But you ladies don't see it. Kevin Samuels trying to tell you ladies, get with a man that makes 50,000 and build with him. That's the key. I'm done. Thank y'all for watching. See you next video.
You think a man can motivate a woman to do or be X, Y, Z?
Yes, and vice versa.
And vice versa.
Yes.
But what's missing from that calculus is, let's take it out of relationship. Basically, if you have the money and the credit rating to afford a Bentley, you're not going to go get a car you got to repair. And we've told women that men should accept men who go out here and work 60, 70, 80 hours, putting in the work in the field, in the office, in the studio, trying to get out here to separate themselves from the competition. I don't have time to come on and try to motivate you to take your ass to the gym when you know that's what I want in the first place.